Good morning. I'm Karina Nova, live in the ABC 7 newsroom, and you have been watching live breaking news from Sky 7 over the scene of what we're told is an explosion and a fire at a building in Hayward. I want to show you those live pictures once again as we take a look at this massive emergency presence all around this building, and it could be multiple buildings, but take a look at this. So many fire trucks, emergency vehicles on hand, and this is all happening in the 800 block of East Llewellyn Boulevard. The one building that we're seeing near there, if this gives you an idea of where this is Jeb's Appliances. This is right off of 238. We're told that this is a mixed housing and business area for any of you that are familiar with this. And here is a map of exactly where this is happening. A massive explosion that looks like it just could be what images you'd see usually of a tornado coming through, but it happened in this area sometime this morning within the last hour or two, but it just has been incredible images that we've been seeing live from Sky 7 over the scene. And as we take a closer look here of this area, you're seeing multiple housings. So this is a residential neighborhood, but also businesses that we're seeing here. We saw, again, Jeb's Used Appliances. There's an insurance company, and you're watching them just do all the work here to try to get this fire out. At this point, we haven't confirmed any information as to exactly what happened. We did hear that this was an explosion, and if you take a closer look here, it does look like, I mean, something exploded here, but we can't confirm that to you right now. But we can see there's smoke, they're trying to put it out, and there's a lot of damage. Looks like the house there to the left of this structure, this building, we don't know exactly what it is yet, but if we do a street view, we can show you what it is. What it used to be, this is imaging from last year, a street view image of this block. Multiple houses here. It looks like that's the real estate company that we told you about. Independent Real Estate, that's right there on that street. There's also multiple houses and other businesses that we've seen, mixed housing and businesses on this street, the 800 block of Llewellyn Boulevard. At last check, we were told this is 3 alarms. We're trying to confirm if there was an explosion. We don't know yet if there are any injuries, but all of that we are trying to confirm for you. We are hearing from people that were at an insurance company that's there. Now, this is just someone that is telling us this information that the business had to be evacuated. They're 2 doors down from the explosion, and we're now hearing from people there on the scene that they had to be evacuated, but we don't know yet if there are any injuries and exactly what happened. But look at this work firefighters are doing to try to put this fire out. They've been here for quite a while. There is a massive fire presence here on this street, Llewellyn in Hayward, and they're just doing so much work to try to get everything under control. Here again is a street view. This is the building, it looks like, where this possible explosion and fire happened. And right there, that's the business that I mentioned, Jeb's Used Appliances. Looks like it happened right next door, because when we look from Sky 7, it looked like Jeb's Used Appliances, at least the sign was still intact. But look at this image from high above. You're seeing how much damage was done from what we're told was an explosion, and how much water they're dousing on this structure right now to try to get it under control and to try to get it from spreading to the neighboring houses that are here. This is a residential neighborhood, and we're seeing the map that's been put on by Sky 7 over this street. You can see the addresses there. It looks like it happened right there at 867, 847 on Llewellyn, East Llewellyn Boulevard. And some of the businesses are popping up as well. A Premier Rodent Proofing, Juanita's Bag, and as we zoom in, Independent Real Estate Brokers of America is right there. And you can see from what we're able to tell, some of the homes so close to that building, that structure, are impacted by this fire and what they're trying to do here and trying to put it out. Unfortunately, our Sky 7 images keep going in and out, but I'm showing you the street view of this area. And there's that insurance agency, independent real estate broker, that's right there. And that's where we heard from people who are nearby that there were possible evacuations. We are trying to get that confirmed as well. And we do have a crew live on the scene trying to gather new information and get us more video and more details. And our assignment desk is working to try to get more details as well. But let's go back to Sky 7 because now the images are back and showing you exactly what it looks like here. Just total destruction of this building, possibly multiple structures here. There's cars right there. There are homes all around it. You can see a backyard, and it looks like there, if you look at the top right part of your screen, looks like there's almost like a hole in the side of a building that's right there. So from all accounts, it does look like an explosion happened here. We don't know what kind or how or any other details, but it looks like what might happen if a tornado would just tear through this building. But you can see there is a fire. They're working on putting it out. We're not seeing any flames, and we haven't seen any flames for a while, but lots of smoke here and firefighters doing what they can to put this fire out and try to prevent it from spreading to those nearby houses, a residential and business area here on East Llewellyn in the 800 block. You're also seeing some construction vehicles here and obviously homes as we take a look. And I'm watching this live with you, trying to get a better idea of exactly what's happening here and any new information we can learn for you. But we're still waiting to confirm exactly what happened from fire officials. Our assignment desk is working on that. And we just heard from the Alameda County Fire Department sending out this information saying the Alameda County Fire Department responded to a possible explosion and fire in the 800 block here. That's what we're seeing. 800 block of Llewellyn Boulevard in Hayward, 8 engines and 2 trucks responding. This says there are possible injuries, more information to come, and that is from the public affairs manager for the Alameda County Fire Department. So we have confirmed now from Alameda County that this is a possible explosion and fire. That's what they responded to initially, and from the looks of it, that's what we're seeing here. Good morning. You have been watching live breaking news from Hayward, the 800 block of East Llewellyn Boulevard, where we're told there was a possible explosion and fire in a massive fire department presence. We do know the Alameda County Fire Department is there, and they responded to a possible explosion and fire there in the 800 block of Llewellyn Boulevard in Hayward. 8 engines and 2 trucks responding, and you're watching live images right here of Sky 7 over the scene. There is a massive presence here. We're told possible injuries, and just a short time ago I did see live images of someone being put in an ambulance, but we are still working to confirm any of those details, any injuries, what happened. We are told it's a possible explosion, but we haven't received any more details on that. But this is what you're seeing here, live images of the scene here in the 800 block of Llewellyn in Hayward. This is a neighborhood that has businesses and housing, and as Sky 7 zooms out, you will see that there are a lot of houses here. You're seeing someone laying down on a stretcher right now, thankfully okay and able to walk there to lay down, and I'm assuming going to be put in an ambulance here by medics any moment. Looks like another person with a blanket around them that's going to be treated as well. But yes, this is mixed housing and businesses. For any of you that know this area, this is right by Jeff's Used Appliances. It's also right by, there's another business here, State Farm. There's an insurance agency right here and other multiple businesses where you would presume either people were working, arriving for work. This happened this morning, and housing as well too. And we did see some of the houses that were very close to where this possible explosion and fire happened. Right now you're seeing live Sky 7 images of someone being put in the back of an ambulance. Alameda County there on scene, fire department and ambulance. And we're seeing here as Sky 7 pans over how much water they're dousing on this structure. And as you take a look, you can see that the roof of whatever building this was is completely gone. It looks like just destroyed. There are several construction vehicles where this structure is. There is a house right there on the right side. Looks like the roof of that house is gone. There are cars you can see as well, and just a lot of debris from what looks more to be like an explosion rather than just a massive fire. And crews have been working here nonstop to try to put this out and prevent it from spreading to the houses nearby. A lot of homes. This is a residential neighborhood right near here. As Sky 7 zooms out, you'll see firefighters on the roofs. You'll see them all around this area, all lined up in this area. And I want to show you an image here from, oh, this is a Caltrans camera. Oh, you can see the firefighter climbing up on the ladder there. And that's been one of the hoses that's just been dousing the structure for as long as we've been on for the last half hour or so, trying to get this fire out. So another image for you, live image of what's happening here in Hayward. And we're hoping to get you more information and get you confirmation of exactly what happened here as soon as we possibly can. We have multiple reporters on the scene here trying to get more information and confirmation from officials. Let me pull up Sky 7 as we talk here so you can get an image of what's happening here and just how massive the situation is in Hayward at this point. Hoping to get you more details, but the Alameda County Fire Department says they did respond to a possible explosion and fire in the 800 block of Llewellyn Boulevard in Hayward. 8 engines and 2 trucks are responding. And this is what we're seeing now. It's kind of tough to tell with the smoke, but from various angles from Sky 7, you can see how destructive this possible explosion was to this building or multiple buildings, it looks like, and bringing out so many fire trucks, so many ambulances here as well. We did see several people being put in the back of ambulances here just a short time ago. You're watching live images from Sky 7 over the scene of this breaking news in Hayward, where we're told there was an explosion, possible explosion and fire at 867 East Llewellyn Boulevard. And this is just a massive, massive fire presence that we've seen here. Them working hard to try to put out this fire and possible explosion. We're told that there are at least 8 engines and 2 trucks in the area from the Alameda County Fire Department. We've seen several people being put in ambulances here, and just learning new information as we are talking to you live here on our stream on this breaking news out of Hayward this morning. I want to show you a quick street view of the location where this possible explosion and fire happened, because you'll get an idea of where this is. It does look to be residential, but here, take a look at this. This is a street view of that address, 867 East Llewellyn. And there is a business right here. This is Jeb's Used Appliances. And we did see this sign in the live picture. So it looks like this building is still partially at least standing. This is the location, this blue house, and we haven't confirmed that the explosion or fire happened here, but that's the location where they are right now. And there are multiple homes in this area, other businesses, and from Sky 7, as we take a live image once again, you're going to see the residential neighborhood. I mean, a lot of homes here, and also some businesses. It's mixed housing and businesses. There's also a insurance business that's here, that Jeb's Used Appliances is here, and we're seeing, oh, here we go. We're going to see some images for you right now from our crew that's live on the ground. So different images from Sky 7 that we're seeing firefighters up on the ladder, just dousing this area, this building, possibly a home, looks like it is, with water. And we're getting a better idea. You can see the sheriff's department's there, of just the massive emergency presence that is here right now. And there's, you can kind of see it, the Allstate building, as we told you earlier, reports from the ground from people that work there say they were evacuated. It looks like that building is still standing, and it did happen this morning within the last hour or two. So you would assume that people went into work this morning and were there when this happened. We will learn more from our crews that are there. We have 2 reporters at least who are there on the ground trying to get more information, and we are working to get more information as well on the details of this and exactly what happened and how many people might have been impacted and injured. But I did see just a short time ago from those images from Sky 7 at least 2 people being put into the back of ambulances. I can also show you images from, let's see, Sky 7. We did have images that we were seeing from the Caltrans freeway camera. That was at Highway 238 near Mission Boulevard, East 14th Street exit. That's exactly where this is happening. For any of you that are wondering, you know, exactly where this is, if you're driving on 238, you're going to see this off the freeway right near that exit. You could see the smoke from that camera. We don't have it pulled up for you right now because right now we're looking at our first images from our crew who just got to the scene on the ground. And again, I'll put the camera from Sky 7 where you can see a lot of smoke and crews working to get this fire out, and just so many emergency vehicles here working hard. Good morning. We continue to follow breaking news for you live in Hayward as we watch the scene here from Sky 7, a massive fire response to this possible explosion. And it does look like at this point it is an explosion and fire at the 867 or the 800 block of East Llewellyn Boulevard. You've been seeing the live images from Sky 7 of so many fire departments there on scene trying to get this fire out and the impact of what happened here. And we're starting to hear from neighbors, people who work here, who say they did hear an explosion. Someone who lives across the street who was at their house. And you see there are a lot of homes here in this neighborhood. It's a residential neighborhood, but also some businesses here as well. There's an insurance company. There's a Jeb's Used Appliances that's here. And this is all happening right in that area where a lot of homes could be impacted and businesses as well. We've seen several people get put in ambulances. We haven't confirmed how many people have been injured, but I saw from Sky 7 at least 2 people get put in the back of ambulances. So we have seen some injuries. Here's a video of that happening just a short time ago. And you can see all the ambulances that are there working this scene as well. So there are, looks like, injuries involved, but we're hoping to get more information on that. And the big question is exactly what happened here this morning in this area, because it is just a massive damage that's done to this structure. And from what we've seen, you can see some cars, there's an excavator there, some construction equipment, and it looks like the roof, the building just blown off. And that would make you assume that this was an explosion rather than just a fire. We haven't really seen flames here, just a lot of smoke. We do have new sound we want to play for you from just moments ago, so let's go ahead and listen to that. All right, unfortunately, we're not able to get the audio to work on this right now, but we're working on getting that information to you. We also will have a live crew for you at 11 o'clock from a reporter who's at the scene. We have multiple reporters there covering this breaking news story. So we'll hear a little bit more from Zach Fuentes, who's going to go live at 11 o'clock at the start of our midday show. And he hopefully does have some new information and sound for you that we can hear from people who live in this area or work in this area. We were told that it looks like some people were evacuated from the insurance agency. That's just, it looks like right next door to this explosion and fire. All right, let's go see if we can get this sound to play for you right now.
And then it was going straight to the house, and for some reason, I'm thinking that I think the construction guy told them that to turn off the PG&E, and PG&E didn't turn it off, or something happened, and that's where I don't know exactly, what happened, but it was like an explosion. Like kind of like a drug house, boom, and then the next thing I hear is I go out. I thought it was an accident, but it wasn't an accident. And I come out here and I see the smoke start out, and then the fire engine started to come in, and created a big total mess. It just got worse. I hope nobody died in there, because I think it was that kind of. Like that kind of accident.
How powerful would you describe that explosion?
The explosion was like a bomb. It shook the house. I have a next door neighbor that lives around the corner. He came out. He thought the same thing, but it shook. I was here with the Loma Prieta. It was worse than that. It was a boom, like a road shake like that. I never seen anything like it. So it was kind of like a war type of bomb. I was so close, so that's what I thought.
What is your name so we can...
My name is Oscar Vasquez.
V-A-S-Q-U-D?
No, V-A-Z-Q.
Got it. And then it's really interesting what you were telling about the work going on here. You've had...
All right, so you've been listening to someone who either works or lives in the area who described this as a powerful explosion like a bomb, who said this happened at a house here and we're just trying to get that description and listen more to what he said about this. But from what you just heard from that gentleman right there, saying this was a powerful explosion that he heard sounding more like a bomb. We have more sound we want to play from you for someone who was in this area as well. So let's go ahead and listen into that.
And said demo, and I'm all like, what? So I went door to door from this side of the street, that side of the street, to ask all the neighbors what's going on, and none of them knew anything. They said they got this paper in the mail from Amber Lowe and Daniel, the head of Public Works, that if we didn't sign this paper, that we were going to pay for all this work done to the street. So we signed it, right? And then when I noticed that they were going to take 3 feet, because they said they owned the 3 feet, but I found out they do not own the 3 feet. They were just stealing our property. And then they were going to take an extra 8 feet so they can make see how there's a slope right there?
Yeah.
They can make it slope, so now all the water will run into the properties and flood them. And that's what happened in the rainy season. My house was like flooded, about that much water. The neighbor next door, it damaged my electrical. And so we kept going, me and Oscar and Bo, we kept going to the Board of Supervisors to let them.
All right, so you've been hearing from another resident there who was describing some of the construction work that we see happening here on East Llewellyn Boulevard. And once again, you are looking at live images. We're getting a clear image from the helicopter of what they're dealing with here. Just a lot of fire crews on scene. This is a ground view from our camera that's there with our reporter showing you exactly what's happening. A lot of fire trucks, ambulances we've seen, and a lot of just emergency vehicles in response here on East Llewellyn. We heard moments ago a resident or someone who works here at one of the buildings describe this as a powerful explosion that sounded like a bomb, and those are all the accounts that we've heard so far from people who live and work in this area, that this stemmed from an explosion turned into a fire, and it looks like it was a house. From what we're seeing from Google Images, this is a residential neighborhood with some businesses, and the address where this happened does look like a house. We are working to try to confirm that for sure and exactly what happened here. There are some injuries, as we saw several people get put in the back of ambulances, and we're hoping to get more information on that for you as well. As we continue to take a live look here, we do have a reporter, Zach Fuentes, who's here talking to residents, people who might have experienced this, and we will hear from him in just about 1 minute live on our ABC 7 midday show. So just keep it right here on our live stream. We'll hear from our reporter who's live on the ground there covering this breaking news story of an explosion and fire in the 800 block of East Llewellyn Boulevard in Hayward. So hopefully we'll get some new information, but we're still waiting from officials to confirm exactly what happened and what led to this. And we'll bring that to you, of course, as soon as we get that to you. But just a massive, massive fire presence here, still working on getting this put out and get this situation under control. We're going to send it to our midday show now, so stand by. We will keep on this for you and bring you the very latest, and you'll hear from Zach here in just a moment.
sharing that with us. What a crazy thing to be seeing right across from your house.
Yeah, it was terrifying. The immediate shock was like, oh my God, someone just died. Right next to you, brother. Crazy.
And at this point, we know some people have been taken to the hospital, but no deaths reported. But what did you see when you opened your door and stepped outside?
It was like smoke and like it was almost like a bomb went off, like trying to figure out what it was. There was just stuff everywhere. And then we saw the fire start, like we started to see the fire and the wires were sparking.
The wires were sparking.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned that there was somebody who they brought into your driveway with the paramedics.
Yeah, they brought a gentleman from the building where the explosion was. His clothes were like burnt and tore up. They ended up laying him down and they had to cut everything off of him. But they took him almost immediately.
And did you see anybody else come out of that house?
I don't know who came out of what. I saw a girl come out. I heard there were two women injured, a mother and a daughter, but I didn't see them.
I just set up a multi-mic.
And we spoke with your husband. He said that you could feel and hear the impact.
Oh my God, yeah, it shook our whole house. And like we recently found that it broke one of our windows has a crack in it, and it like popped a plastic thing out of the window. It, like everything shifted.
Thank you so much, Brittany. We appreciate your sharing that, and I'm glad that you and your husband got out safely. We are just want to let you know that
Kylie, I'm coming in on you.
they're just about to do a news conference with the
Ready? Like I said, wherever you want to be.
How do you guys feel about me standing?
Hold on.
Hi, I'm going to do a mic check here if you want, and
us a second.
we're going to talk to Deputy Chief Ryan Nishimoto, NISH-MOTO, Alameda County Fire Department, and we also have Sergeant Roberto Morales, MORALES, Alameda County Sheriff. That's Ryan Nishimoto, hope I spelled it right, NISHIMOTO, Alameda County Fire. We won't be taking any questions because there's a lot that we don't know right now, but we're going to give you initial statements right now, and this will be one of many briefings. Okay, Mr. Mother.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Ryan Nishimoto, Deputy Chief of the Alameda County Fire Department. We're going to have several briefings today. This will be the first one. I'll give you the information that we know as of right now while we're still searching for more. But at 9:38 this morning, we responded to an explosion with a possible building on fire. First Thing crews did find a building on fire, and actually multiple buildings on fire. This escalated to a third alarm fire where we now have 75 personnel on scene trying to put it out. We're working in conjunction with our partners in the Alameda County Sheriff's Office and PG&E. Right now we know that 6 patients were transported to nearby hospitals. Right now no injuries to fire or police crews that we know of. And I should have more of a briefing and update later on today.
Sergeant?
As the Deputy Chief said, this is still active. We're still here trying to sort everything out. Our deputies got here at about 9:39 and immediately started evacuating residents from the house back here. So.
Say your name just so we have it on tape.
Sergeant Roberto Morales, R-O-B-E-R-T-O, last of Morales, M-O-R-A-L-E-S. I'm the Sergeant and Public Information Officer for the Alameda County Sheriff's Office.
Any idea how many houses have been evacuated and how many residents?
So we're gonna hold off on that now. Because we're still actively working on stuff, but we'll try to get to that information a little later.
The problem with this is it's a multi-agency response. We have Alameda County Fire, we have the Alameda County Sheriff's Department, and we're waiting on PG&E to get here so we can get more information, so we can give you accurate information and just not anything off the cuff. So we'll be back to you as soon as possible, yes?
Can you talk about the victims' injuries?
Cannot talk about any of that right now. Just give us a moment, at least about 30 minutes, so we can get more information for you. Thank you.
Any speculation on what? Okay, so he just wrapped up the news conference.
I'm working for Stanley.
He did say he says that they did not see major injuries, we don't know the extent of the injuries. The fact that he said no fatalities, that is a good sign. At least at this particular point, it could have been catastrophic, but the fact that he did not see any fatalities, that's good. 6 people. That was taken by
Well, yeah. Well, no, I saw Cheryl. I said Cheryl. I clearly see that she was over by that. She was like, yeah, I heard Cheryl heard. She started as a deep back. Like, how long do I have to do? When I saw you, I was like, he's half a block.
They are here, but it was a briefing. They are as far as I remember.
Well, that news conference that you just heard live here gave a little bit more information in terms of what they're expecting. Hayward had said that they are still waiting for an update from PG&E. And one of the things that I keep hearing from resident after resident, I just spoke to one who was practically in tears, saying that they have had a long time street project, construction project, along here on Hayward. Something that many of the residents had been opposed to, that they had been fighting. They said that they were upset about the construction, and one of the things that they were saying is that this is something that they've been living with, and so when this happened, they were very concerned about gas, about the potential for there being a large explosion. I think we have some sound that we got to do, a comment from one of the residents earlier, if you can send it to that.
Can we do the song first? Because I want to get to the video.
And it looks like we're having difficulty getting that, but one of the residents said that that she actually has filed a lawsuit against the government about this particular project because it went into some of the property lines. They've been doing ongoing digging in this area. We have not directly seen any PG&E trucks here so far, but there are a lot of people, there are workers who are here. I think what they're trying to do is determine exactly what might have been the cause. You heard earlier from one of the residents who lives across the street with the doorbell camera. She was saying that she actually saw sparks coming from the house and some of the power lines around here. We also spoke to the person who lives next door. Her name is Deborah, and this is what she had to say about what she felt firsthand when this explosion happened.
Was it doing that in the last one?
Hello, Dave.
Opposite is where Alex is, or somebody's on these things all the time. I imagine.
We tried to ask questions. They shut us down for about 30 minutes. Okay.
And we spoke to another resident earlier who said that he lives a mile away and he felt the impact of this, rushed over to the scene because he said his aunt lives about 5 doors away from the site where this happened. And so she is safe, but he is just one of the people in this entire neighborhood who have been affected, not just on this block. And that is one of the reasons why they are trying to be so careful and so you heard, Cheryl heard the public information officers say one of the challenges here is that it is multi-agency. So we are seeing people from the Sheriff's Department, from the Fire Department, from California Highway Patrol, because of this ramp being blocked off here on East Dwelling, as well as the construction. So it is a very dynamic situation right here. The good thing is, at least for the past half an hour or so, we haven't seen any more ambulances coming in and taking anyone away. So they said
on that.